I'm Valient Himself from Valient Thorr.
I'm Eidan Thorr from Valient Thorr.
We were from Earth now. At one time we were from Venus, but we've been living here so long, I don't think there's any way we can ever get back to Venus. And I don't know if Venus still exists anymore, what with the primitive technology that you guys have here. So the plan was to live here anyway, eventually, because our planet was like Earth. Dinosaurs were gone. This seemed like the good place. Babies were seated, sort of like the Superman story. We came here to check out and see if it was good, crashed, and we've been living here since 2000, stuck, sort of stranded, but it turned out good because it's not really about where you're from, it's about where you're at. And here we are, and the plan kind of worked out. But now, the fucked up thing is, people are treating this Earth in a bad way, and we sort of adopted this job of rock and roll because the beat is kind of like your heartbeat, and you can't escape from that. And once you do, you're on to another planet altogether. If we could do anything to make the world better, it's to not worry about playing the blame game or whose fault everything is, but worry about how we can help each other do better. And to start off, the best thing you can do is try to be positive every day. It's hard, especially when you're in close quarters with each other. You get tangled up, you get mad at each other for no reason. And if you think about it and you back out of those little silly problems that you have, you can see them and you can untangle them like any kind of piece of string. Untangle those lines of communication. And even if you don't agree with each other, at least you know where each other's coming from, and then you can go around each other if you have to. But I think there's a lot of things that cause problems in this world. Religion is another one. People just, if they would just leave each other alone and just say, okay, well, you believe that, I believe this. I'm not gonna blow your fucking head off because of it. I mean, it's ridiculous. There's a lot of problems in this world. I don't think there's any one big main problem. There's just lots of things that could be helped if everyone would just smile a little bit and help each other out. Help each other rather than chastise each other. Do you see what I'm saying? Well, there's only a couple things in this world that make me feel better. I mean, playing music is one of them. I think a lot of women, my friends that are women, would buy shoes or buy things, and I'm no different. I would buy records. When I was bummed out or sad or something, I would go to the record store, buy a record, and listen to that, and it would take me to another place. And I think rock and roll does that. And like I said, there's a beat in rock and roll that's inherent in everyone, because that beat relates to, you bob your head, you tap your feet, and it's because it's just like the tides. It's just like the moon. There's a beat in your soul. It's your heartbeat. It's what keeps you alive. And we do it without knowing it. And I think that if you can attach a positive vibration to that beat, then you smile and you think, maybe I can work all this out. Maybe whatever is going on in your life or in his life or in my life can be worked out through rock and roll. You know, or whatever kind of music. It doesn't matter. As long as it has a beat, soul, funk, jazz, all of it's the same. You know, just like we are all people. We are all, doesn't matter all of our differences. Doesn't matter where we're from on this earth, you know. We all have a heart. The way media portrays models and an ideal beauty, I don't think there's an ideal beauty. There was at one time, but I mean, the people who are, I mean, they sell this stuff to you. But if you have a, God, the sad thing is, you could push that into many different contexts. You could say that they don't tell kids in, like for instance in the United States, all of it is about America, proud to be an American, and all this, and they don't tell you about the whole world like they should. They don't prepare you for all these other things, all these other great things that are outside of the U.S. They don't teach you, they don't get you to want to know other languages. So you're at a disadvantage when you're there, in my opinion. And I think that so people who are, they don't strive to know anything else outside of what they're fed. They don't strive to know anything else outside of their beauty. And if you ever had a really fat best friend or buddy growing up, you knew that he got made fun of and stuff, and you took up for him in some way. And you go, hey, even if you were, you never got chastised for being fat or whatever, you go, who gives a shit if he's fat? Fuck you, he's just as good. And you helped this guy almost get his self-confidence, and that's where maybe like some empathy or something comes from. And then so sometimes you can see past it if you're sympathetic to seeing someone get made fun of. So then you grow up not giving a shit about that stuff. And I was a skinny kid. I think I'm going to be a fat man. I don't know. I definitely have the belly. It's just life. Life happens. I say live naturally. And I don't know. That's just maybe a recent thing, but it's part of what this all is. I don't think I like the women who try to stay and put the stuff in their lips and make them and get boob jobs and stuff. I say natural. And they say, well, if I got a big fat belly, I don't care. If they don't think I'm pretty, I say, hey, you think I'm pretty? And they say, naturally.